HERO, which in this context stands for Helicopter Emergency Rescue Operation, was a late-release Atari 2600 game from Activision, who were of course behind many of the great Atari games. It hit shelves in 1984 after the infamous 1983 market crash, and before Nintendo resurrected the market from the brink of extinction in '85. In addition to the Atari 2600 release, it also came to many other consoles and computers, and was later included in some of those Activision compilation discs for the PlayStation 2 and whatnot. Anyway, you play as Roderick Hero, or R-Hero, on a propeller pack-aided mission to rescue workers trapped in mine shafts
I got 3 mine shafts up this house.
following volcanic activity. This is an interesting game, with maze elements and gameplay kinda sorta almost reminiscent of Metroid, which it predated by 3 years. You score 1,000 points for rescuing a miner, 75 for blowing up a wall, 50 for each stick of dynamite remaining when a miner is rescued, and 50 for shooting an enemy. You can't see my projectiles because my capture card hates Atari. Rack up 1 million points, and the day is saved. Although, 75,000 points is all it took to join the Order of the Hero. Mailing in pictorial proof of this score back in the day would earn you a cool iron-on patch. The game has 17 levels. They get more difficult as they go, of course, and conceptually, each one is supposed to represent a position deeper in the mineshaft. The game's select switches determine whether you start at level 1, 5, 9, 13, or 17. After level 17, the game will repeat previous levels at random. You get 4 lives to start out with, and can gain an extra with every 20,000 points you earn, for a maximum of 6 lives at one time. Each time an extra life is granted, you start right back where you left off, so the game is pretty forgiving. You also have to keep your eye on the power gauge. It fills back up at the start of each level and begins to diminish as soon as you start moving. Using the jetpack drains it faster, as does shooting at enemies. It's effectively a time limit. There are elements of chance as you're going down to enter the next screen from above, which can lead to cheap deaths. I don't like having to jerk upward each time I descend to a new screen, so I don't fall too fast onto an enemy or hazard and die. The Atari joystick is also a bit stiff for Hero's gameplay mechanics. It's tough to get yourself situated. This is a game that's better, in my opinion, with a Sega Genesis controller. Yes, those are compatible with the Atari 2600. Otherwise, it's a lot easier to die when trying to place your dynamite close enough to these glowing red walls that are deadly to the touch. If you're too cautious and don't place the dynamite close enough, you waste your dynamite, and potentially get killed by it too. Even with the Sega controller though, I never quite got the hang of Hero's controls. It was always frustrating to kill myself all because I held the down button slightly too long, and dropped dynamite on myself instead of simply landing. Touching a lantern will cause the lights to go out, which is also pretty damn annoying. My personal favorite quirk is how much R-Hero resembles these enemies from the Toy Story 2 tie-in game, which is a bona fide PS1 classic, by the way. So yeah, the control scheme holds it back from greatness in my eyes, but this type of goal-oriented gameplay represented genuine innovation back in 1984, and Hero has rightfully earned a place in history as a cult classic. It's cool to play an Atari game that grants freedom of movement in all directions, and features easily identifiable graphics. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up, a smashing of the subscribe button, a ring of the bell to notify you of future videos you'll also hopefully enjoy. Thank you for watching this Leaky Faucet review. I hope to see you again soon.